Hello everyone, my name is EmeraldSpencer, and this is going to be a one-take introless video. So, big problem. I won't be able to upload my usual content. See, my parents take away my laptop, and my grades aren't at a certain point. My grades currently aren't at that certain point, so they're taking my laptop. And that used to be kind of fine because I wasn't doing anything important with my laptop, so I can understand it, but now I have you guys to think about. All 31 of you who subscribe. That's not a big number, but it's still significant enough for me to feel bad that I can't put out my usual content. So, I'm going to try to get some sort of agreement made with them. Hopefully they're watching this video so that they can understand that grounding me doesn't just affect me anymore. It affects my fans. How few of you are my fans doesn't matter. If I have even one fan, I feel bad that I'm letting them down. So, anyway, plus there are some images on my computer that I need to either get off said computer or figure out how to recreate so that I can change my channel banner or do something with my current channel banner. Either way, I'll figure that out another time. Basically, this is also announcing my channel is now going into what I call low production mode. Which basically means since I no longer have access to my laptop, I am going to have to do all my work exclusively from school computers. That is why this video is going to be introless and unedited. Because I want to get this one up as soon as possible so that you guys know why there's a lack of content. But basically what's going to happen in low production mode is that I'm pretty much only going to be able to work for like a maximum of around, like, let's say 40 minutes a day. 10 minutes before my classes, 30 minutes at lunchtime. I might get lucky and be able to get some more, like around 45 more minutes in after school on Wednesdays when I stay after. But as for now, I'm pretty much only going to be able to get about 40 minutes of work done a day. And I can't exactly record my regular videos on school computers. So, until I figure out how to get some sort of agreement made, or figure out what the heck is going on with the class, because for some reason the site that's used to check the grades is down, and it's been down, I'm going to check with that too to see if there's any way I can see it, see if I can get more extra credit. Long story short, my channel cannot produce content, so I'm going into what I call low production mode, and I'm going to try to figure out what I can do with the limited resources that I have. Now, by the way, if this video cuts off mid-sentence, I'm going to just start talking about random stuff at the end, just in case it does, because I've heard these kind of cameras cut off at like the 22-minute mark or something like that. So, I need to make sure that, I guess, what I need to be said. So, let me see, low production mode, what else? Oh, other thing, just because I'm going to low production mode, please don't unsubscribe. Like, I've seen people who unsubscribe from channels, and it makes no sense to me. Like, YouTube subscriptions are free, and there's no limit to how many you can have. So, I mean, I've learned that lesson with, who would it be? Sky Does Things, Sky vs. Gaming, and Sub-Zero Exabyte. Because Sky vs. Gaming, Sky Does Things, and Sub, they were all dead for over a year. And then they finally started posting again. And since I was subscribed, I was let know that that happened. Now, admittedly, Sub's going into Roblox stuff I don't care about anymore, but I'm still subbed to him because I want to know if he starts doing things that I'm interested in again. But basically, don't unsub, because then you won't know when I do get back to the normal content. So, what else? I know there was something else. I was just brainstorming. Yeah, you know what, slight spoiler. I'm actually working on a script for the 75 subscribers special video. That's going to be slightly different. Also, if I do hit, 50 subscribers while I'm in low production mode, then I will find some way to do, the first episode of Flash Game the first official episode of Flash Game Fridays while I am on low production mode school computers. It's probably going to be something like Slaverio or just some little Flash game that's not going to take up too much space or cause the computers to lag out too much, because the school computers aren't that great. But I will figure out some way to put out the first official episode of Flash Game Fridays. Who knows? I might just play Bedtime Simulator again, because I know that runs well on the school computers. Is there anything else I need to say? Oh yeah, and since this is completely unedited, it's also another real look at my thought process. Also, sorry about the lighting, but since I don't have my computer, I can't have all three of these screens on, like, white to be a way to light up my face. So, yeah. I don't particularly think that there's any other way I can light up my face, so it's kind of just dark. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm going to recap quarterly rewards and my social medias. So, quarterly rewards. The last video I did on this was a while ago, when I was introducing the concept, trying to push towards 25 subscribers. And in case you want to know what the last quarterly reward was, in case you don't know, that was actually the Super Mario series. I had a poll up, and it was voted that it'd be Mario. Now, admittedly, I found out later that the poll had been rigged, but, well, I'm pretty sure even if my buddy Timmy didn't spam vote for it, it would have won 2 votes to 1 anyways. But, I'm getting a headache now. What else? Oh yeah, so basically what quarterly rewards is, I noticed that a lot of the YouTubers, like, they'll celebrate, like, 1,000 or 3,000, some random numbers, but usually it's the standard 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, then 10 million. And I always thought that that was kind of lame. Because, you know, I'd want to celebrate a couple more milestones than that. So, like, no offense to all the YouTubers who just celebrated those ones. Those are important milestones, I get that. But I also don't want those to be the only milestones for my channel. It's not just going to be like, wait a while for the next multiple of 10. That's why I do quarterly rewards, which is where it's 1/4 of the next multiple of 10. Now, right when I posted my first video, I had told enough of my friends about the channel that I had already I had already surpassed 10 subscribers. So, plus, you can't exactly get 2.5 subscribers or 7.5 subscribers. So I started quarterly rewards with 25 subscribers. And obviously the next one's 50, then after that 75. Not sure what I'm doing for 100 yet, but I'll get there. And wait, what was the other thing I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, my social medias. So, I don't have traditional social medias, like Facebook, MySpace, if that's even still a thing. I've heard it kind of is, but no, I'm not on Twitter, and not Instagram or Snapchat or anything like that. I don't even have a smartphone. So, yeah, that's why I don't know if I wore my team message shirt. I actually was going to vlog the first day of school, but then nothing happened. Like, seriously. First day of school was supposed to be some big, spectacular event. Nothing vlog-worthy happened. So, anyway, yeah, no. So, but the 2 social medias I do use are ZergID and PokeFarm, which technically doesn't count as a social media. Excuse me, but I'm going to count it as one. So basically, ZergID is like Facebook exclusively for gamers. It was made by Sky Does Minecraft, and he's the only one I've really ever seen post on there that's like a YouTuber. I tried looking up Sunday, I tried looking up the Diamond Minecart, I gotta look for others, but those are just the ones who I thought would use it because they're friends with Adam. As far as I know, Dan doesn't have a profile, and unless I'm being trolled, Sunday does have a profile where he just said hello, and I kind of like this. But I do plan on using that site. I'm going to look into the features more, because if there's a way for you guys to directly contact me with, like, suggestions or anything like that, that would probably be the place to do it if you're not going to leave a comment. Because that's one of the places where you guys can give suggestions and stuff if you're not going to leave a comment on YouTube or you for some reason can't. But then there's PokeFarm. Now, PokeFarm, it's not a social media, but what it is, it's instead of battling with Pokemon, you're just raising them from eggs. There used to be a battling feature, but it was very bare bones. You couldn't even pick the attacks. It was kind of like a coin flip's chance if you'd win or not. And it hasn't been around since they recoded the site. That's what I was trying to say. So, losing my train of thought here. Anyway, that site has a feature where you can directly message me. And, I mean, once things start to get out of hand on there, I may have to figure out how to block that or something. Or maybe I'll just set up some sort of forum where you guys can post and try to talk with me or something like that. But that's one of the other ways to get in touch with me, because that site, I use that a lot, and it will tell me when someone sends me a message. Like, there's even a little Absol cry that plays. So, that's a great way to get in touch. It will require you to set up an account on there, but the game's very passive. If you don't want to put in a lot of effort to maintain everything, you don't have to. You just kind of have to know what you're doing when you put everything away. Like, your Pokemon will remain where they are as long as you don't stick them in a field they don't like. So, and the way that works on there is, it's actually kind of opposite what I thought it would be. The Pokemon that are weak to the field type you're putting them in, like it. And the ones who are strong against it, don't like it. So, if you try to put a water type in a fire field, they're not going to like it. If you put a grass type in a fire field, they'll love it. It's a little backwards, I know, but what you going to do? So, basically, if you leave a Pokemon in a field they don't like for too long, then eventually they're just going to run away. So, yeah, just make sure you know what you're doing when you set that up. You should be fine. It's not something that you have to go to every day if you're not interested. You don't even have to go there and sign up if you're not interested. But it is one of the sites I use more often. So, anyway, something else. I swear, there's at least 50 million things I think of to say before I record these videos. And then by the time I actually record the video, I forget what I was going to say. Oh wait, that's my whole life. Again, unedited because I can't, and so you can actually see my thought process. Anyway, you know what? I think that's a good place to leave it. So, just a quick recap. I'm not going to be upload like I have been. I am officially putting this channel in low production mode until further notice. I will have some way to signal that on my channel art so that you guys know that I am in low production mode. Which basically means the normal content isn't going to come out. Words. Please don't unsub, because it literally makes no sense. Because if you unsub, then you won't know when I do start uploading again. And, my social medias are ZergID and PokeFarm. Oh yeah, and on top of that, I put it in the description of every video. I also have a website. I'm actually gonna look into that and see if there's a way you guys would be able to contact me on that, too, so that I have those 3 major hubs of activity. But other than that, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. So, subscribe if you haven't, and please stick around for when I start uploading again, which I will try to upload as soon as possible. Yeah, so subscribe if you haven't. Comment if you have something to say or suggestions to the channel. Literally, I will accept any feedback at all. And you know what? That's not going to work now. I was going to say I'll celebrate when I get my first hate comment, or my first anonymous hate comment, because I don't want to say first hate comment, then my friend Timmy goes, "Lol, you suck, noob." And, no, he doesn't actually sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but just roll with it. Yeah, no, if it's someone I know, I'm not going to celebrate, because they'll probably just do it just to mess with me, but I know they know me, so when I get my first anonymous hate comment, I will celebrate, because it means that I am significant enough that someone took the time out of their day to try to make me feel bad. So, all that means is that I have enough of an impact that people want to try to tear me down. And all that's going to do is raise me up. Honestly, by saying that, I just delayed any hate comments because they don't want to do that for me, but you know what? That works too, because no hate's cool too. You know, it's a win-win. On one hand, I don't get the hate. There's nothing to deal with. On the other hand, I get the hate. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to throw a freaking one-man party. Like, you know, I'll get streamers. No, that's going to take forever to clean up. Anyway, no. So, yeah. Subscribe, comment, like, you know, all the usual stuff. It's starting to become robotic at this point. I should just be like... I should just insert an audio clip for all that at this point. No, but that'd be too dumb. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to leave this video off here before my train of thought gets any more random. So, thank you for watching. Sorry that I can't upload, but I will try to fix that as soon as possible. In the meantime, I'm going to work on some other aspects of the channel, see if I can get anything else up and running. So, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.